The Impact segment tonight, a big win for the ACLU in California. It filed a lawsuit against the Morgan Hill Unified School District south of San Jose on behalf of 6 gay students who said they were the victims of anti-gay harassment and violence. The district has settled now for more than $1 million. Joining us from San Jose is Diane Ritchie, one of the lead attorneys with the case. And just to clarify, Ms. Ritchie, you are an independent counsel. You worked with the ACLU's legal team to win this lawsuit. Very specifically, this is a negligence suit. All right. How did the school district fail to protect these students who were harassed and beaten up?
The school district didn't have policies that stated that sexual orientation harassment would be treated the same as sex harassment, and they failed to notify students and teachers that sexual orientation harassment would be disciplined in the same way as sexual harassment.
Well, that's interesting. All right, so the school district had a policy that there was no sexual harassment on campus, and I'm sure there was no racial. There was a racial thing too. Right. There had to be, right? But there wasn't a sexual orientation description in their code to the teachers and principals, correct?
Right.
Now, did they resist putting that in?
They did resist putting that in. They felt very uncomfortable about adding words like sexual orientation or having training that included sexual orientation.
Now, the defense of that is usually that they do have a general clause that covers every minority. Did they have that clause?
They did, but they actually listed race, national origin, sex. They just didn't include sexual orientation, and they absolutely didn't include it in any of their notice to the students.
Okay. You know, that's certainly a flaw. I don't know why the school district wouldn't put it in. I certainly would if I were in charge of the school board in any district in the United States of America. Now, did they do anything else to make these kids uncomfortable or not protect them?
When the students reported harassment, and a lot of this was very graphic harassment, including the F word and other vulgar words, and also beatings and death threats. When those were reported to the administration or done in front of a teacher, the teacher or the administrator would not take any action.
Now, do you believe that they're just, you know, there's bullying everywhere? I used to be a teacher and I saw it. And I have to say, in my school, most teachers didn't do anything about it. I did. But fat kids get it. Kids with bad complexions get it. You know, I'm trying to break this out. Do you think that the school teachers themselves wanted gay kids to be harassed?
I think the school teachers felt uncomfortable about stopping a student who is using vulgar words for gay or lesbian students, and didn't have a problem disciplining if the N-word was used for an African American or if
that's hard to believe. It's hard for me to believe. I'm not saying it didn't happen. I'm just shocked. I mean, why would an educator not allow an obscenity to be directed at a homosexual student? And by the way, I want to reiterate to all the kids watching right now, do not discuss your sexuality in any way, shape, or form in your school, ever, okay, ever. But anyway, why would a teacher or a principal not want to protect these children? It doesn't make any sense.
It was a real problem in this district, and it was such a severe problem that the bullies were well aware that if you said, well, yeah, I did threaten this other kid, or I did throw her into a locker, but, you know, I thought she was a homosexual, or I thought she was a lesbian,
and the teacher said that was
hands off. They just, this district did not want to deal with it.
All right, Counselor, if that's true, and the school's district did settle with you, so we assume it was, all right, because they gave you $1.1 million, then you're right, the ACLU is right, and we're glad you won. Because
thank you very much.
No child in this country should be terrorized in any school in America for any reason at all. No one. Counselor, thanks for coming on. We appreciate it. Next, the new poll says America is divided. You knew that. Are you in a secular